I was told someone would come. Didn't believe them at first. Thought it was another one of their silly games, playing jokes on me, to bring hope back into my heart. But what they do not know is I do not have one. A heart, I mean. Haven't had one for a very long time. Otherwise, how would I have survived my life there, in Versailles? Sorry, I digress. Haven't spoken to anyone interesting in what seems like years. My only little friend is a rat. I called him Jean. He comes here often, knowing at my dress, or just looking at me in the hopes that I might pass, and he might feast. Sneaky little creature he is, and a good listener. I did it again, didn't I? This place makes me even madder than I already am. Or was. So, what brings an Englishman to my cell? A journalist? Really? And you want to interview me? Am I known in England? A celebrity of some sort? Did they hear of my oh so popular soirée in Versailles? I see. You're a reporter. I guess Paris is the place to be now to get a best-selling paper with La Terreur raging in the whole city. Tell me, what does it look like? Are the streets full of corpses? La Seine a river of blood? All the monuments eviscerated? Is it really chaos and despair? I wish I could see it with my own eyes. I can only smell fire, gunpowder, and the putrid odor of decaying bodies. Nothing too exciting, really. But you have questions for me, maybe. Why am I here? Really? You do not know. I am an aristocrat. That's pretty much it. They didn't need anything more, just my lineage and my blue blood sufficed. Oh, and the fact that I've lived in Versailles for the past couple of years. If you're from Versailles, then you're pretty much dead. Yes, there was a trial. Or should I say, a play of a trial. Nothing too serious, really. After all, they didn't have anything against me except my origins. But you can't sentence someone to death for that, so they had to be a little more creative. Oh, and creative they were. Listen carefully, cher journaliste. I am sentenced for witchcraft and worshipping the devil. I couldn't repress a smile there at the court. Hmm? Are you really asking me if there's a shred of truth in that? You're so entertaining, cher journalist of mine. Me, a devil worshipper. Well, you see, we, and when I say we, I mean my kind, the inhabitants of Versailles, yes? We were affected by a terrible, terrible disease called boredom. Being boring and or bored was the worst thing that could ever happen in Versailles. You see, some people even took their own lives because of that. Being boring, irrelevant, chasing every day, every minute, every second, something interesting to do, just to feel alive, the thrill of existing. It was a race that destroyed many, many lives. Because nothing could really satisfy us. I mean, we were born with everything. Just snap your fingers and the whole world is at your feet. In your plate, in your glass. The best artists are playing for you, painting, sculpting you. The best gifts are brought to you. The best jewelry, castles, manners made for you. Nothing to do but snap your fingers. Can you imagine how boring this is? Nothing to do but wait in the most outrageous luxury. Versailles has been nothing more than a golden cage set with the most expensive diamonds. So, in order to survive, we had to be creative, design new trends, partake in gossip, organize the best soirée, be the best hosts, the best entertainers. And this came to a cost. Money, of course, but also a frenzy. We would try something new and immediately needed more. Something newer, more exciting, obscene, more, always more. The Queen, our chère Marie Antoinette, even went so far as to adopt new children found on the streets every week or so. She kept them until they bored her. They would be left living in Versailles with no one to take care of them, and just became wandering shadows, left all alone. So, with that in mind, of course some would dabble in the occult because of the excitement it procured, forbidden by the church, by our morals and rules. Breaking this taboo was, might have been, of great entertaining value. Oh yes, I am sentenced to death, to the guillotine. Am I scared? No, not at all. Au contraire. I am excited. Oh yes, can you imagine? Something I've never experienced before. Something new, finally. After the days I've spent in this filthy hole with Jean for only friend and amusement, I couldn't have dreamed of a better ending. Can you imagine? Me. On this big wooden stage they built in the square. The guillotine, ready to cut my head. The crowd, eager to see me. All eyes on me. The final act of my existence, acclaimed by hundreds, thousands of voices. The blade falls. Silence. Applause. And voila. I am just worried that... You know what they say, that you're still alive a few seconds after your head's off. That's why they show it to the people. To please them, of course, but also so that you can have a last glimpse at them. I'm worried that it won't last that long. Not long enough. I want to embrace it. To feel everything there is to feel from the experience before. The last curtain drops.